back in your life, like TV executives and TV producers having a dick swinging contest over how much we can or cannot watch football on the weekends. This is the Educated Ignorance Podcast on the For Frequency's Sake Podcast Network. And just like YouTube TV, we were not able to be in commission yesterday. Well, I mean, kind of. Yesterday was our Saturday. Shout out to those who are greedy and care about money more than people's happiness. Anywho, my name is Joe Winkle. We're here on the For Frequency's Sake Podcast Network, presented by Ryan Allison Tattoo and Derm Remodeling. I'm joined as always. It is a Monday night. We're back and better than ever, some would say. His insides are burning and beaming. It is Nick Brinks. Hi.
What's up, man? How are we doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. We've had, we're out here, we're grinding. Some would say we're Gruden grinding, but we're out here regardless. And I'm doing all right. How are you? You good?
Doing well. Yeah, just I don't know if it's the time change or just lack of sleep the last couple days or combination, but we're just we're dragging ourselves into Tuesday, but that's okay.
There was the time change is here. A lot of stuff's been happening, a lot of busyness. We're doing a lot of things this time of year. And we're just trying to be great. And sometimes it's a little hard to be great in these streets. But I think we're gonna do okay. And I feel like we're gonna pull through. I think I think, Nick? I think we're gonna persevere tonight. I think that's what we're gonna do.
We can do it.
We're gonna
I have
come
faith in us.
we're gonna come through in the final seconds.
We will make it work.
Exactly.
It may be 2 millimeters away from scoring the game-winning run in the ninth inning, or two dudes are going to collide in the outfield trying to chase down the ball, not going to drop it. We're going to be that close, but we're going to get there.
Exactly. We're gonna try to come through. Man, could you imagine? Just could you imagine being a Toronto Blue Jays fan today? Even today, like 48 hours after the time of death.
That
I
was
don't think I
such
would have gotten out of bed yet.
that was so brutal. They, you know, they and Denny Hamlin felt the same yesterday.
Ooh, what a Mount Rushmore weekend of feeling empty inside. Blue Jays fans, Denny Hamlin, Connor Zilic, and the Cincinnati Bengals defense. But
I was gonna say, I mentioned it to a buddy this weekend. It's like, if the Bengals don't win this year, they're gonna score 38 back-to-back weeks and be 0-2. What's different from last year? They don't need Joe Burrow. He's too expensive. Just use Joe Flacco. You get the same results.
exactly, exactly, man. What a time to be alive. I legit. We're gonna talk about that, obviously. Um, I legit blacked out for about 10 seconds on Sunday. I
Did
lost
you
kind of.
love land?
I was loving a lot of land. That's for sure. Here's a guy. He loves land, man. Mike, I'll tell you, buddy. I was levitating. I could not. I was Papa. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff. I haven't felt that way in a while, but it was something else, man. It was something. It was That's for sure. We'll get into all of that, but first, we want you to know we want you to understand that we're out here doing the Lord's work. Might not actually be for the Lord, but somebody likes us. Maybe the singer Lord, she appreciates our work. We've got great people doing a lot of great things. We just wrapped up, not we, the holier than thou the we as in me and people. Just got done recording with the Card Subject to Change Boys. Wrestlebacks episode 3 will be out tomorrow. Can't wait. Go check that out on our pages, our YouTube, the Card Subject to Change YouTube as well. That will be out. We've got great content as well. The Football Lounge, they post content on Tuesdays. We've also got Wednesday, the College Juice Pod. Thursday, the Golden Ticket Show. Friday, the weekend warm up with myself and Danny from Gotham Gambling. We've got so many great things for you to be able to dip your toes into. So much great content. We really hope you can go check it out and find something that you like, because there's a lot of different things out there. And if you're into write-ups and content like fantasy football content or gambling advice, go check out our weekly, daily even newsletters and posts on our Substack at forfrequencysake.substack.com. We really would appreciate it. So go check that out. And if you're watching this video right now, give us a like, put a comment in the comment section. Tell us what you would have done today if you were a Toronto Blue Jays fan, or tell us if you are a fan, tell us how you would have felt if you were a Dodgers fan. Tell us how you felt if you are a Dodgers fan. Tell us the good side of it as well. We're here we're not just here to lament, even though as much as the Dodgers did deserve it, it was the wrong side one. It sucked a little bit. Would have been a lot cooler if the Blue Jays would have been the team that pulled it off. However, at the end of the day, it was still one of the greatest sporting things I've ever seen in my life. Was honestly that entire week of baseball. Game 1 and 2 were good, but games 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 was that was a pretty legendary 6 days of life to be a baseball connoisseur.
Did you stay up and watch the marathon?
Did I stay up? You're goddamn right.
I thought you did, because isn't that when I think you had a Facebook post the next day, now that I think about it, or I saw it the next day. Something about baseball is wonderful or whatever.
I put on Facebook. I think during like the 11th or 12th inning, I said baseball. And then during like the 17th inning, I said baseball in parentheses. It's still happening. And then when Freddie Freeman walked it off, I said sports, they are cool sometimes. So yeah, was pretty wild. That was an all-timer. And then the weekend as well was an all-timer. Speaking of all-timers, let's get into some fun stuff from yesterday, shall we? Where shall we begin? There are a plethora of, oh boy, oh baby, oh how diggity, what a great place to start. We have a Bengals fan in the comments. Speaking of the Lord, Lolita Cunningham 7568. And that number is representing the amount of points the Bengals have. Yeah, we're on the same page.
75-68. That'll be the Bengals' next loss.
Yeah, no shit. Lord, please get rid of deadweight defensive players. Zach and his whole team. Hire GM and Mike Brown step down or sell the Bengals. Whoa, Nelly.
That's like that reminds me of the headline we should see someday, where it's like Bengals score second most points in NFL history in a single game. They fall 84-79. That would be funny.
Would, and I'm not talking about the song about Travis Kelce is Johnson.
And as I drink out of my Dolphins cup, I would just, I would love to score 42 points and just see what that feels like.
You would like to score that in like I guess they scored 34.
Hey, we might get to 42 interceptions thrown this year. That could be something.
Disaster. Speaking of the Bengals, and I'm sorry to Lolita for bringing this up, but oh boy, guess who I'm a fan of, buddy. We're gonna start in that game because listen, I can't call it the win of the day or the loss of the day, but that was sure as hell the game of the day. The Chicago Bears survive a game that had no business being close, and it was one of the weirdest games. Here's the thing: from the Bears fans' perspective, Nicholas, my good friend, my social media wife, my podcast cohort. Here's the best thing I can explain in 30 seconds or less as a Bears connoisseur That's the second time I've used that word. As a Bears sympathizer, that felt weird because we don't win that game ever. And honestly, the weirdest part, Nick, is that's the second or third time this year that I've been able to say that. We don't win these types of games. The Raiders game, we don't win that. The Commanders game, usually we're the team who fumbles at midfield and the other team goes to walk the game off in our eye hole. But instead it happened for the Bears. And then yesterday we blow the game or we have the comeback and still lose, not the other way around. But it happened for the Bears and they're 5-3. And I'm not even looking at it as we're tied for the lead. We are tied for the division lead in wins, which they are. I'm not looking at it that way. Or they are currently the first team out of the NFC playoff race, which they are. I'm not looking at it that way either. I'm just looking at it from the perspective of the quarterback I care about is progressing. The head coach that I care about is really, really good. The offense is top 5 in the league, and they're still not completely consistent on a game, like on a half-to-half basis. I'm living life, and I am thrilled. And it's fun to watch this team. It's sometimes frustrating. But in the grand scheme of things, Nick, I am a happy, happy man when it comes to the Chicago Bears as of today. And that game yesterday was it was a game. It was crazy.
If I told you before week 1, after week 9, the Bears would have as many wins as the Panthers, you'd say, ooh. Well, what if I said you had the same amount of wins as the Chiefs?
Yeah, we're back. Oh man. It's that John Daly smoking the cigar meme staring at the
Oh
other
God,
guy.
I see it every week. Every week.
This year right now it's the Panther. I saw the Panthers and the Chiefs. I saw one with the Bears and the Lions. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. They're the same. Yeah, man. Like I said, the Bears are the same. They're tied for wins, and they're tied for in the wins column with the Lions and the Packers in the NFC North. And yeah, it's different. It's weird.
And they're all winning and losing weird games. Well, not so much the Lions. They have these weeks where their opponent just looks superior for some reason. And then the Bears, they're kind of on that Chiefs path from last year, winning all these crazy, all these games crazy in the late stages. And then you've got the Panthers. They're just we're like, how do you have 5 wins? How are you doing this? How are you making it work? And then there's Packers. It's like, man,
we're gonna get to them.
You're losing these games. You shouldn't be losing, man.
Yeah, we're gonna get to them because the Lions game is like a weird one. We'll talk about them as well. But for the game of the day, for the Bears, Caleb had a really strong second half. Ben Johnson had a field day in how to maneuver on the offensive side. The Bears offense was humming. The Bears defense was not. God, they need a corner and they need an edge rusher. I will take one of the two. They went out and got C.J. Gardner-Johnson as a free agent. I'm fine with that. I like him. He's fun. He's my type of psychotic person. You know me, Nick. You know I like me some psychotic people. I have a weakness for psychotic men who bash their heads into other men's heads on a football field. It's my thing, I guess. And C.J. Gardner-Johnson fits that bill. He scratches that itch. So if they went out and got an edge rusher tomorrow at the deadline, as long as they didn't give up a top 60 pick, I would be okay with that. But I'm not sitting here thinking the Bears are some freaking contender for the Super Bowl. We'll see if they continue to be more consistent as the games progress. But when I look at the rest of the landscape of the NFL, like There's no team that I look at the Bears and go like, well, they can't compete with them or beat them. You know what I mean? Like the Bears are kind of just the Bears right now are just kind of the existence of a week to week team. Because a lot of the stuff with Caleb, he's trying to progress and get better at certain stuff. And their defense is kind of just getting ragdolled at certain points because they have so many guys that are hurt. So that's kind of where the Bears are at right now, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't
They're
have
doing
any.
some fun things, and they have kept Joe Winkle off the ledge for the most part in a couple months or a month and a half. We'll take the win.
Yeah, because I don't even know I don't even honestly don't even know how I would have reacted yesterday if they actually lost. It was kind of just like really.
That turned out that it was going to be a gut wrenching loss for somebody because the Bears were up 14 with 2.5 minutes to go. I can't imagine what kind of chaos Joe would have spewed here if they give up the touchdown, the onside kick, the touchdown, down by 1, game over.
I think I would have. I don't even know. I wasn't even like mad. I was like stunned. If you told me their defense during that comeback was like point shaving, like if they were like, I mean, they were probably gassed. Like they were barely moving. It was. It was. I mean, I know Flacco and Higgins and Chase. And those receivers were dialed in like crazy, but Jesus Christ, man. It was like what are we doing? And a part of me is like was mad because it's like to like Edmonds had that what should have been a pick six, which would have iced the game, but I guess technically he was touched before he went down. I don't know if you saw that or not. They were like millimeters away from a pick six that would have made it 48-27. But instead they called the guy down right as he caught the ball. They said he got touched. So like it was just weird. Like there were like six things that had to go Cincinnati's way for that to even like get to where it got to, and they all did. And then the Bears were able to kind of navigate their way and Loveland, who had a great game, and Caleb was really good in the second half, and fun times. Game of the day, probably the best game one of the best games of the year so far. Win of the day. Now there's a couple. I have two. I don't know if there's any win of the days that you want to submit, but I have two. First off, I know we usually start with Sunday night, but that's usually when we come on Sunday night. But I have to bring it on right now. Holy shit. The Seattle Seahawks.
They were just slapping around the Commanders, having their way with them before half.
Yeah. That was the definition. You look up one-way traffic in the dictionary, and that was last night.
Yeah. I messaged you, and I don't even remember what I said, but I think Sammy's cooking or something.
I said I was saying Sammy the Hammy is carving, baby. Oh my God. He was balling.
And I gotta say, Sam Darnold played so well last year. He's doing it again this year. I'm happy for the guy. Completely shit on at the beginning of his career, playing for a terrible team that turns out anybody that plays in New York and then goes on to play somewhere else, they do pretty well. Unless you play the Steelers. Which I'm sure we'll talk about shortly too. But no, Sammy Darnold. Good to see. I'm happy for him. That defense is scary. That offense is scary. Just they don't have. I don't know. I don't watch them super closely, but from what I can tell, they don't have many weaknesses.
DVOA is a good stat to go off of. I don't live and die off of it. Well, I guess more people live off of EPA, which is which is expected points, which is expected points added, and it's like a per drive basis. DVOA is defensive adjusted value over average, which is basically what that means. It's like just looking, it's like certain context of a play. It's like efficiency ratings, right? And basically it's the exact definition for people who don't know what DVOA is. It means it's a football statistic that measures a team or player's performance on each play compared to the league average, adjusted for the strength of opponent. A positive DVOA means a team or player is better than average, while a negative DVOA indicates a worse than average performance. I say all that to say the Seahawks are the best team in the league by DVOA going into Sunday. And I think I have to guess that Sunday made it better.
Yeah.
They are legit, bro. Like, they are really good. And even I think I was underrating them recently. Like, what they're doing right now, they're in a groove. Now, you never want to peak too early, and hopefully they don't, but man, that was emphatic. And I know Washington right now is, especially with the Jaden Daniels injury, their season's over, and they were kind of borderline dead on arrival Sunday night, but they were kind of the perfect like lamb for the slaughter for that moment for Seattle to flex their muscles. But man, Seattle is
and
Seattle's
to do it on the
cooking right now.
road, West Coast to East Coast, like how often do we see when somebody's traveling from coast to coast, like they're just off their game?
Mm-hmm.
No such layover there.
Exactly.
I'm looking at the numbers here. Darnold has the third best quarterback rating in the league this year. And holy shit, I didn't realize that Lamar is like his, I know quarterback rating, some people are just like, yeah, whatever. But he would shatter the quarterback rating record this year if he maintains his current pace. 158.3 is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
He's over 135. I think
the
the record for a season is like, I don't know, under 115 probably. I think Aaron Rodgers has the record. I don't know what it is, but 136.7. That's crazy.
He's had an interesting year, that Lamar Jackson. Yeah, 136.7. Drake May,
number 2,
is leading the way in games played with 116.9. On a just quarterback rating scale, QBR, instead of passer rating, QBR, Lamar is second. Sam is still third at 77.7.
But Dak is number 1. That's going down tonight.
Might go down a little bit tonight. No,
I did have to chuckle. How that game ended. The last Cowboy drive. Sack, incompletion, sack, interception.
Ugh.
Game over.
Brutal. Yikes McGikes. And the other team I had for win of the day, hey man, sometimes you got to come up. Where's Jordan Rangel when you need him? Sometimes you come on this show and you got to take off your imaginary hat and you got to just, because sometimes you talk shit and sometimes you get hit. And I got to give it up, my friend JJ McCarthy yesterday. He walked it and he talked it. And the Minnesota Vikings went into Detroit and they got a win. And the Vikings were borderline DOA. Like the way they had played the last few games. And what they did yesterday to Detroit I was like, okay. Now, are McCarthy's numbers, when you just sit up and look at them, are they eye-popping? No. But when you just look at the fact that they were able to do that and in a massive, massive spot and control the game and their defense played well and it just a very, very impressive, they got a timely takeaway. They ended up blocking a kick at one point, so like they just had some really timely moments, like very impressive. A weird game, a weird win, But all in all, for Minnesota, one that they desperately needed, and tip of the cap to JJ for playing his best start to finish game of the year.
That's
Slight
crazy.
proof of concept for the Vikings.
The most impressive thing to me about that game, it wasn't a back and forth game where the Vikings, made some plays late.
Mm-hmm.
From the gate to the finish line, the Vikings they were it. They were him yesterday.
They were. They had their moments.
I was very surprised.
And on to the loss of the day. Not to just sit here and be NFC North people, but put the tie up. The Green Bay Packers. We need to have a conversation.
Compared to what they did last week, to what they did this week, while also watching what the Steelers did last week compared to this week, like what the hell's Green Bay doing?
I mean, do you want to say it, or you want me to keep saying it?
You're going to say something about Jordan Love isn't very good, right?
No, I mean Jordan Love is.
Then I don't know what you were going to say.
The Green Bay Packers are who we have said they are since the beginning of the year. They are front runners. When everything's going easy, when they're not getting pushed back, everything is smooth sailing. They get to stretch their legs out. They're on a cabana cruise. They're kicking it back. They're getting grapes fed to them. They're getting their shoulders massaged. They got hot steam rags on their foreheads. They're getting their feet rubbed. All that good stuff because it's smooth sailing and nobody's punching back. But the moment that something goes weird or the game plan isn't right, or all of a sudden Jordan Love, instead of just playing the fucking quarterback position, turns into a Hall of Fame aura farmer and is back there trying to while out, throw off his back foot, and do it for the TikTok views instead of playing quarterback, the Packers turn into this. When they're just normal and nobody's pushing back on them, and they get to dictate the terms, then you see what happened against Pittsburgh. Jordan Love's throwing. He's got 20 straight completions. But a week after that, old J-Lo, hey, man, old J-Lo, he's got a cool uniform on. He's got the old leather helmet looking thing, which are sick, by the way. Illinois did it first, though, and better. And he's back there. He's like, nah, man, I'm the coolest quarterback in the league, dog. I don't need to set my feet to throw this ball. Oh, it's in a triple coverage and it's underthrown. Shit, it's an interception. It's a 4th down and plus territory in the red zone. I don't need to sit through the progressions. I can just whoop, whoop, whoop and roll out to my left. And I'm so cool, bro. And I got so much skill. I'm going to throw it across my body, across the field to the right. And oh, shit, no one's there. And oh, shit, it should have been an interception and maybe a pick six, but thank God they dropped it. And, man, looking, it's so cool for this vaunted, just dominant Green Bay Packers defense, who, when the game script's right and everything goes their way, they can pin their ears back and they can tee off. And Micah Parsons can go nuts and go wild, and Rashawn Gary and all these people on the Packers defense who are so good can do good things. But when the game script's not right and they got to play multitudes of ways and whatever have you, they get 160 plus yards shoved up their dick hole, and Micah Parsons has no pressures against an offensive line that was missing 3 starters. You guys are all going to hear this and call me a hater. I just know that when Green Bay stubs their dick once again in the postseason, I was here and I've been saying that it was going to happen since day one. I didn't jump. Well, maybe I might have a little bit. I might have jumped the gun early in the season and said, yeah, they're the best team in the league. But I caught myself early on. Nick Brinks, this team is front runners. They are always going to be front runners, and they will be that until proven otherwise. This team is not a serious threat to win the Super Bowl. I don't care what happens from here on out. If it does happen, then whatever have you, when that happens, I will be wrong. But until then, I know I will not be wrong. I will be wrong. I can be wrong on a billion other things, famous last words, but I know I'm not going to be wrong on this one because I have eyes and I watch this team every week. They don't scare me, they don't impress me, and I just think the Green Bay Packers are what we all have seen they are. But the clipboard nerds, I don't have one. It's been a while since we talked about them. All those people with podcasts, there we go. The clipboard folks with podcasts, they're all on their podcast saying today probably how the Packers are fine and they're still a Super Bowl contender. But you and I have eyes. Maybe you think otherwise. Maybe you think I'm overreacting, but I don't know, man. I'm one man that has an opinion, and most people don't like my opinion. Tell me, Nick, is my opinion wrong? Am I crazy? Am I being too harsh?
I don't think so. I feel like we've seen enough from them this year where you're just like, you shouldn't be struggling against some of these teams. You look at the offense, and I'm like, who would you say is their top wide receiver? Do they have a go-to guy? And that's before Tucker Kraft got hurt.
Yeah.
And now he's done. So I would almost say Tucker was the go-to guy, or was becoming the go-to guy in that offense. And now he doesn't have him anymore. So I don't see how we see a better Packers team from now until January. They might still make the playoffs, but when you're struggling to beat teams, now the Panthers, they're not bad. They're obviously competitive this year. They're winning games, they're beating good teams. And when the game's over, you're like, how the hell did that just happen? Because they're not blowing you away by any means.
No, but they're 5-4 with the Saints and the Falcons on deck. Oh boy, batten down the hatches, folks.
And I think the Rico Dowdle experiment is fully here.
Oh yeah, we're in here.
I think that's the right call.
An all-timer fantasy pickup by me.
I missed out, but I'm hoping Manungai can be that guy for me. I'm hoping he can be that Manungai for me.
So here's a Manungai.
But yeah, I don't see how from now to January the Packers get better. I just don't see it.
They're 5-2-1. Congrats. But
and their other loss, remind me. I don't have it in front of me. Who'd they lose to?
They lost to the Browns.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so you lose to the Browns and the Panthers. Granted, Browns are shitty. Panthers are maybe okay. But they clearly lose to teams with really good defense. I would say the Panthers have a sneaky good defense.
It's better this year.
Yeah, and the Browns, the only thing they have going for them is defense. I saw a picture today. It's like, can we make one Ohio team? Did they really?
What? No, not Green Bay. This is a joke on my $100 picks.
I thought the Pack or the Cowboys somehow got a pick six at the end. No. What was I gonna say? Could we take Cincinnati's offense and Cleveland's defense and make one team?
Is that like the Patrick Bikini Bottom over here thing?
Yeah, maybe.
You just need to take Cincinnati's offense and move it over here. And listen, Daniel, I did hate on them from day one. However, in week 2, I think it was, I conceded for about 5 minutes. And then they lost to the Browns. So, yeah, store my faith in those jamokes ever again. But no, the pick 6 backdoor cover, one of my $100 picks was Cal plus 5.5 against Virginia and Cal was covering more or less the whole game, kind of, sort of the whole game. It was plus 5.5. And did I mention it was plus 5.5 and that they were covering most of the game? And it was a 3-point game with 40 seconds left, and Cal had the ball. And did I mention it was plus 5.5? And guess what happened, Nick? Pick six.
Uh-oh.
Pick six in your eye hole. I did, Daniel. My post week 2 Elite 8, I think I had Green Bay at number 1. So that is my proof. You spent 10 minutes saying they were bad, and then the Jaguars were number 1 in this. Yes, on the preview show, I absolutely ragdolled the Packers. I said that they don't have good player. I said they don't have blue chippers, which they mean. They have Micah Parsons and Jordan Love. Those are their blue chips.
Got green chippers.
They do have a lot of green chips. And they wore cool helmets yesterday. But Illinois wore them first. We're 40 minutes into the show. We have not talked about the Colts looking human, which they
figured it out.
Hmm.
While we all flipped our clocks back 1 hour, Daniel Jones flipped the clock back about a year or two.
That game was so weird.
He just kept winding it. He went back too far.
The Colts were up 7-0. And I know it, just trust me here. You've seen enough football to know how dumb football works and how one play kind of changes everything, right? The Colts were up 7-0 and driving inside like the 40. And I'm thinking, oh, they're about to roll because Pittsburgh couldn't stop them. And I know it was only a drive and a half, but so far the proof of concept was there. And then TJ Watt blows up a play, and the game just never was the same.
Was that the strip sack?
Yeah. And Pittsburgh goes down and scores, and then Indianapolis is just fucking out of sorts for the next 2.5 hours. Is it a one-time off-putting thing? We'll see. They go to Berlin next Sunday to play the Falcons, who in a word are reeling. Now granted, they did everything but win against New England. Well, they didn't. I mean, they were down 2 possessions. They came back. They had a chance to tie the game because Drake London is awesome, and then their kicker missed the extra point. So shame. However, weird team the Falcons are. A lot of weird teams in the NFL this year. Niners get a nice win over the Giants.
Real quick on the Colts.
Uh-huh.
We have seen really good teams this year have bad days. They lay eggs, and then they bounce back the next week.
Yeah.
So for the Colts, we'll see. You chalk it up for it being a bad day. You're losing to the Browns, like the Packers did. They bounced back, looked good after that. Steelers couldn't stop a freaking nosebleed the last 2 weeks. All of a sudden, create 6 turnovers yesterday against the best offense in the league.
Mm-hmm.
So they started to right the ship a little bit. So huge win for Pittsburgh, and then also Indy. It's not something that necessarily concerns me yet, but it's
they were due a come down to earth moment.
And maybe they needed that. Maybe they needed that at this time of the year.
They needed their offense to stop getting compared to literally the greatest football team that's ever been assembled.
That's true. Yeah.
We needed that to balance itself out a little bit. Jacksonville gets back on the winning track. They're 5-3. They win in overtime. They survive. Literally survive. Good win for them. Needed badly. One of those you can take. You take it however you can get it type of situations. The Rams dominate. Stafford keeps balling. Broncos they took the Kansas City Chiefs horseshoe from last year, polished it, shined it, and shoved it up their ass this season because they are now the fourth quarter Voodoo Kings. Bo Nix fourth quarters reign supreme. They win 18-15. We are now at the point where we talk about the Chiefs and the Bills. Weird game. Mahomes was bad. Their O-line was dinged. Josh Allen was borderline perfect. James Cook, I think I just have to start swallowing my pride on the James Cook front because I think he's just a really good player. And I even had a moment the other day where I said to myself, the Bills need to feed him more. But Joe Brady is too busy trying to apply for collegiate football head coaching jobs by styling his playbook or whatever. The Bills scored 2 touchdowns on the Buffalo Bukkake, and they won by 7. Congratulations, I think. Weird game. I really wish that their regular season games would be normal because they're not even like weird in a good way. They're weird in a what do I take from that way? Like last year when they played in the regular season, Buffalo won by 9, and it was because they went like 11 for 12 on third down. I was like, that's not repeatable, you know? Their playoff games, instant classics. The regular season games are weird, and they make no sense. And yesterday kind of made no sense. Now, the Chiefs are also maybe lucky they only lost by 7 instead of more because the Chiefs didn't really play that good. However, they are now, which also weird, the Chiefs, as we stated, are 5-4. And I want to say they're okay. Nothing's going to happen. But like, what if they come off the bye and lose to Denver, which I don't expect is going to happen, but what if they did? Then they're 5-5, and then we have to have serious conversations. But I don't know, Nick. What do you think?
I was happy to see that. Just
well, no shit.
It's my thing.
Yeah.
Um,
you were over there fucking lubing up in baby oil. You stole my baby oil for the Chiefs loss.
Somebody had to.
Yeah, I had too much of it.
But we've seen it the last few years. Bills win the regular season game against the Kansas City Chiefs. It's not like that has proven to be the recipe for Buffalo down the stretch in the playoffs or anything like that. So I don't take a whole lot from it, other than I thought the interesting nugget was this is the first time that both teams have not been in first place in their divisions when they played the last, I guess, in the Mahomes and Allen era. But no, it just seemed like the Bills, they were in control. I didn't watch much of that game because I still had the race on, and then once the race got done, we were doing family stuff, but I'd keep an eye on it, and I saw that they were up like 2 scores late, and Chiefs got within a touchdown, but never really felt like the Chiefs were a serious threat in that game. So, did it surprise me that the Bills won? Maybe a little bit, because I think the last few weeks I've been starting to think Bills don't actually look that good to me, whereas the Chiefs, they actually do look pretty good, and their record doesn't necessarily show it. So certainly a game where if this happens in January, we know what happens. Kansas City probably gets that win. But good for Buffalo. Good for Buffalo. They get the win now when it may or may not matter. But I mean, for Kansas City right now, I mean, these losses are certainly stacking up. I can't envision a world where they stack up too much and they miss the playoffs. But my goodness, could you imagine?
We are reaching a point where we're not they're not in trouble, but the margin.
Meanwhile, the Broncos just keep winning all these stupid games too.
Like I said, they have the horseshoe up their ass now. They stole it. Bo Nix is the new king of voodoo. Again, it's not a bad thing. Nothing's wrong. It's just that the Chiefs, the margin for error has dwindled to borderline nothing. And now it's just like, well, here we go. You can't really. Now, luckily for the Chiefs, there's only like one team that they really have to beat. If they were in the NFC, it's like, well, that's a disaster because the NFC is just a stockpile of weird. In the AFC, here's how it's broke down. and it was read out today and on a show that I watch, and it kind of made sense. This is pretty much it. Broncos, Chargers, Jags, Chiefs. 4 teams, 3 of them can make it. Because at the end of the day, one AFC North team is going to make it, whether it's Pittsburgh or Baltimore. More than likely, only one of them is getting in. The Colts, they're going to get in. The Patriots, they're going to get in, and the Bills. So that's AFC North, Patriots, Bills, Colts. That's 4. Then you have Chiefs, Broncos, Jags, Chargers. 3 of those 4 make it. The other doesn't. That's your AFC playoff field. More than likely.
So you don't who'd you have for the AFC North?
One of the Steelers or the Ravens.
Okay.
I don't think both make it. I think only one gets
Yeah, I wouldn't expect. Yeah,
and
that's
I'm not going to sit here and just chalk the Ravens up to going on some crazy immaculate run, man. I mean, listen.
I mean, their quarterback's got a 136.9 rating, you know?
Look at you,
I think of all the teams, Jaguars are the one that scare me the most as far as, well, not scare me, like I don't fear them, but I fear for their playoff hopes.
Who? For
the Jags.
Because
of all the teams, they are the one where they might have started off good. You know, they beat the Chiefs. That was a statement win. But really, since that, they've lost 1 or 2. Could have lost yet. I mean, if they would have lost on that 2-point try to the Raiders yesterday, they would have been kind of, I don't know. There's a huge difference between 5-3 and 4-4. So maybe that's a 2-game swing that keeps them in the hunt. But they're not inspiring me right now. Then there's the Chargers. They're kind of in the same boat. Chargers and Jags both. They started off really well, and they both kind of really regressed. And the Chargers found ways to keep the Titans in that one yesterday somehow.
Would you like to laugh?
I love
to laugh, right?
Yeah.
Do you like to giggle?
I like to giggle.
Do you like to do a little tee-hee?
Let's do it.
Okay. Just trying to verify it. Oh, yes, that is correct. So the Tennessee Titans yesterday scored 20 points. How many of them were scored by their offense?
I'm going to get, well, I know they had a defensive touchdown and a kick return touchdown or punt return, and I'm guessing the other 2 are field goals.
So the answer that means is
0.
hilarious. Just an all-time team. An all-time team. Shout out to the Jets for winning a game because we deserve to have the Titans be the first pick of the draft. For being one of the worst teams of one of the worst teams of this era of football.
And the Cardinals are thinking, how the hell did we lose to them? How did we give that up?
By 2 dumbass touchdowns. That's how. Fucking Christ.
And it could be touchdown. Should be touchdown.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. You ready to get some lines?
Let's do it.
What a fucking time to be alive. All right. You had a bounce back. Can you believe we're going into week 10? You lead the series 4-3 to 2. I lead the overall games 51-50.
Woo! I like it.
34 ties.
I got a shot here to pull away in the weekly standings, take the lead in the overall standings. So whether we're playing by a playoff format or a full season format, I can say I've done my homework and I've been good.
You're trying to be the undisputed champion.
Undisputed champion under any format, whatever we decide is the format of record.
I'm not sure which one of these is like like me winning the amount of totality of games is like the consistent points. You're just out here getting timely wins, to advance. You're the Joey Logano of Guess the Lines.
Hey, if I'm out here, winning 8-7 every week, but then you smoke me, let's say I do that 14 times and then you go 16-0 3 times. It's going to say I'm 14-3, but like you could blow me out of the water in point differential.
Point differential, baby.
Yeah.
That's what I'm out. I'm the point
I'm after
differential
stage
champion.
points and playoff points. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, exactly. Stage points, playoff points, yeah. Where I'm the time slot champs. That's what I am. I'm the time slot champs of Guess the Lines.
But
All right.
today has a chance. You said I'm up by 1 on the weekly standings, right? So you could tie it and have the lead overall in actual game picks if you tie me today.
Exactly.
Or if you win to tie me, I should say.
So,
but if I win today, I will either tie or take the lead on the other side. So this could flip the scales.
Yeah, exactly. You're feeling something.
Feeling it.
All that to say, we're good at this. 4 bye weeks. The Bengals, which did you see some of the locker room quotes?
I think I saw something on Facebook as I scrolled, but I didn't click on it to read anything. But I think I just saw a picture of a very sad Bengals player.
Yeah, like Chase Brown was saying, like, just get a stop, win the fucking game, bro. Just get us fucking stop. Jamar Chase saying shit. Yeah, it's bad. Cowboys have a bye. Chiefs, they're on a bye. And the Tennessee Titans, they have had, at least their offense has had 9 bye weeks, but they actually now as a full team will have a bye week. Did you get it? Y'all get that joke? Was that a good joke? Did you guys like that joke? That was a joke, Did you like that joke? Thursday night, the new Kings of Clutch, the Denver Broncos, hosting the Las Vegas Raiders in Denver. Incomplete, as Broncos fans say.
I know the Broncos are going to win. They have to win this.
You would think.
And the spread is going to be decent. But the Raiders are. It's the Broncos. They're going to win this thing by like 2. They're going to win it by 3.
Gino's going to have like 300, but 3 key back-breaking interceptions.
So this actually might be a game. Granted, I will say I did not employ this strategy against the Chiefs earlier this year, whereas other years I might have been like, this is a good time, take advantage of the big spread, and take the Raiders here against the Chiefs. Would not have panned out well at all a couple weeks ago.
Fuck no, it wouldn't have.
But I think it could work this week.
Mm-hmm.
I think I think this one has the potential to be a Raider. They can keep it close and have a chance to win it late.
You have a feeling the game could get salty.
Very. That said, Broncos at home. Raiders. I'm going to go Broncos here.
Mm-hmm.
And say 8.5.
All right. I get things rolling. It is. I said 9.5, and it is. Broncos 9.5.
Okay. So you're basically getting almost a full touchdown and a field goal. I don't hate taking the Raiders here.
Basically, you need the Raiders to not lose by double digits.
Basically. I got to look at the Broncos games this year. They've won by 3. They did whoop the Cowboys. Beat the Giants by 1, Jets by 2, Broncos over the Eagles by 4. They did whoop the Bengals, and then they lost to the Chargers by 3, lost to the Broncos or Colts by 1. Yeah. Only one game of theirs this year has been decided by by more than 9.5 points. And that was the Cowboys game. So, yeah.
What was the final score of the Bengals game?
Oh, sorry, 28-3.
Okay, I was going to say
that was also
Browning.
Browning, right?
Yeah, that was dead. That was dead on arrival of Jake Browning.
Yeah. So yeah, take those 2. They're not a team that inspires me to cover 9.5 this week. So yeah, I'm glad we've talked about this because I might. I think I like Raiders plus 9.5 here.
There you go. Incoming Broncos win by 26. Next up, Berlin.
Very possibly. Wouldn't rule it out.
Berlin. Germany. We're back in Germany. The Atlanta Falcons taking on the Indianapolis Colts in Berlin, Germany.
Colts likely looking for a get-right game, get back on track. Falcons just not. I don't know what's go. I cannot figure out the Falcons.
They're such a weird team.
Because they beat the shit. Now I'm
They
drawing a
beat the
blank.
Bills.
My memory is so shitty.
They beat the Bills.
They beat the Bills.
They got 30-0 skunked by
Curb stomped
Carolina.
by the Panthers. Yeah, like you just don't know.
They put up 10 points on the road against the Niners.
And the Dolphins
defense.
game, they got obliterated by the Dolphins.
They got obliterated. We gonna obliterate that baby, and that was them. They were them. They were that baby.
So yeah, they're just weird, and the Colts are still good. I'm gonna go Colts here, and we're going to give them 6.5.
You didn't hear my little once you did that because we tied. I said 4.5. It is 5.5. Right smack dab in the middle of the Vegas zone. That was a nice little Vegas zone sandwich you and I had there.
Nice.
It had burlesque shows and
plenty of blackjack.
Lots of blackjack and a few illegal gambling ring scandals. Shout out to God damn it. Who is it? Who are the people involved?
Chauncey Billups.
Shout out to Pookie and trying to think all the names that were listed in the affidavit or whatever the fuck.
Oh, no, I didn't see those.
Shout out to Pookie and Black Mike or whatever the fuck. Purple Jim. Anywho, Sunday S tier.
And question.
Yes.
Before we get to it, are we going lower than the Jurassic Park poop meme this week? Or do we have a new tier for a certain game?
I should have, shouldn't I have?
I'm just curious before we get there.
Should I like move it and put it in its own category? I'm going to. You're so right.
And I'm talking Giants Bears. God, who would want to watch that game?
Who would want to watch that one?
Actually, some decent games this week. We have had a few weeks where you look at the schedule and you're like, oh my God, this is all awful. Mm-hmm. But I mean, every game to me, with a few exceptions, feel pretty darn compelling.
I love when you ask me. So we did the WrestleBacks show tonight, which is basically me and the card subject to change guys. We go back and we review old wrestling matches. We have categories that are whimsical. And when I understand that I know that they get the show when they're doing certain things that go with the gimmick. My heart smiles because you get the game when you say, is there a category lower than Jurassic Park? And now I'm mad at myself for not coming up with it sooner. So thank you, Nick. Honestly, you are a true American hero. And we will get to that later. It should honestly be the first tier, but it's not. I can't do it. It has to be the last. But you are correct. We've had a few weeks this year where it's like, this is a good one. Now, there are some very good options for Sunday S tier. But, Nick, listen, I go out of my way to tell people that we are podcast married. So if anyone knows the answer to the question that I'm about to ask you, you should know it. So I ask you the question. Nick Brinks, what division has my heart? You say
NFC North?
No, God damn it.
What the? Mm-hmm. Let me think about this.
Just look at the games. What game is going to go
okay, you're looking at the schedule this week.
Yeah, exactly. There are plenty of games that could fit. Let's rewind.
Oh, yeah, NFC West. NFC West.
There we go.
There it is.
That division has my heart. So that means the NFC West has to have the Sunday S tier, the Rams and the 49ers. It has to be because the NFC West is my secret love bug. Can't get enough of it. So Rams Niners in Santa Clara, home of Super Bowl 60. That is our Sunday S tier of the week. Nice win Sunday for the Niners. Bounce back.
And
At
Stafford's
this,
playing really well.
we are reaching the point where honestly, like they should just keep Purdy on the shelf until, like, bringing him back might be a detriment because Mac Jones is playing really well.
The 49ers are really good at when their starter goes down, they just keep going.
Honestly, I have a crazy take. I
What's
can't
that?
believe you're going to either love this or you're going to kill me. So the Dolphins fired Chris Greer. Here's what
Okay.
I would like them to do. Keep Mike McDaniel. Trade Tua for, I don't know what for, but trade Tua. And they probably wouldn't be able to do this. But if I could magically make this happen, trade for Brock Purdy.
I mean, I wouldn't hate it. That would be cool for my quarterback for my team to have lived 4 blocks from me 3 years ago. That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
I think Purdy would struggle in most offenses outside of the Shanahan offense, but I know what Purdy does well. Purdy with the McDaniel stuff would fucking rip. Give it to me. Rip. It won't happen, but I'll say this. With Purdy in 2022, I mean, he quarterbacked the Niners who went to the Super Bowl that lost to the Chiefs. If we had Purdy in 2023, would that have been 2023? 2022. 2023? Whatever year we almost won the division. If we had Purdy, we would have won the fucking Super Bowl that year. Wow, Joe makes a crazy take. Go on. So, anywho, sorry. I sidetracked us. I just sidetracked us for 2 minutes to say nice things about Brock Purdy. What is wrong with me? Anywho, Rams at Niners. Sunday S tier.
This feels like, I don't know, do I just say an even 2.5?
Are you trying to
I'm gonna go
conundrum which
49ers
side?
1.5. I'm gonna power rate the Rams ever so slightly higher.
So your logic was correct, but you didn't go far enough.
So they do have the Rams favored.
I said Rams 2.5. It is Rams 3.5.
Okay. I can appreciate that. I didn't think that they would make a 6-3 49er team, a home underdog. Whatever their record is, it's pretty good. I think 6-2, 6-3.
Yeah, I think they're 6-3.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm fine missing that one.
It is a spot for the Niners, or it's a spot for the Rams. Spot for both teams, obviously, but for like the Rams against this Niners defense that is incredibly depleted. You would think that this is where the Rams can take advantage of that aspect. However, they can't fucking beat Shanahan. McVay can't beat fucking Shanahan for the love of money. Except for the one time that it absolutely fucking counted. McVay.
I was going to say that was to go to the Super Bowl their year, right?
Yeah. Outside of that, the other times he fucking can't beat Shanahan.
Hey, at least he picked the right time.
He really did. He really picked the right time. Because outside of that, McVay could never beat him, which is so weird. Anywho, I can't wait. Should be fun. Next, Happy Cat Dance. This game missed Sunday S tier by this much. It is the Patriots at the Bucks. This should be fun. Should be an absolute doozy. Nance and Romo are going there. Like they are getting the full 10. Like they are caring about this matchup on Sunday, and I am ecstatic. So this should be good. Rams at Bucks or Patriots at Bucks. What do you got, partner?
Patriots at Bucks. Gosh, that's gonna be fun. Bucks they're dinged up.
Perfectly timed bye week for them.
Yeah.
Not that it's going to solve all their issues, but
No.
way to reset the module a little bit.
I'm going to go with the same logic I tried on the last one. I'm going to go Bucks 1.5. But I'm gonna guess you're gonna tell me I didn't go far enough again.
In which direction do you think, though?
If the Patriots are favored, I will be like, okay, I get it. If I didn't go far enough for the Bucks, I'm gonna be like, okay, all right. I was just flat out wrong.
So you did not go far enough for Tampa, but I went too far. I said 3.5, and it is 2.5.
Oh, so we still split it.
We tied that one. Yep.
Hey, that's all right.
So it is 2-0 to 2.
Okay, I liked. If it was 3.5, I'd really like the Patriots, but they are.
That feels like a perfectly priced game.
I like what the Patriots are doing right now. And as a Patriots hater for many, many years, having to sit through all of those Super Bowls and division titles and all that, they're good.
They're really good.
They got a bright future.
They
got their coach. They got their quarterback.
Vrabel's awesome. No, they're good, man. They're really good. And they're fun. They are a fun football team. Next up, Baltimore, Minnesota. Massive game. Absolutely massive game. Winner is feeling really good about themselves in the back to start the second half of the year. Because if Baltimore wins this would get them to, I think, 4 and 5. No, 4 and, or what are they? 4, 5? What were they going? They are, let me look here. Because they've already had their bye week. So this would get them to 4 and 5. And just like 3 in a row, the proof of concept of them being back is like legit. If they can go on the road and win here. For Minnesota, if JJ McCarthy's first 2 starts after the injury / shadow benching / whatever you want to call it are a win on the road against Detroit and then a win at home against Baltimore, the Vikings are like, okay, we are legitimately back. So this is a huge game.
The other thing, too, that's big for the Ravens, you look at their schedule, they still get the Steelers twice. So if you literally just match the Steelers' win total between now and the end of the regular season, you can control your own destiny just by beating them both times. So
correct.
you've still got that. Or, you win the first one and you're within a game or whatever. So things certainly could be worse for the Ravens despite their record. Ravens much more healthy now. Lamar's back, still looking good. I'm going to go Ravens on the road. 3.5.
Okay. This is the third time we've done this. We split it again. I said 5.5. I put it in the old Vegas zone, and it is 4.5. I bet if I was a betting man and I had to bet money on things that got bet, I think that line's going to move. I think people will be happy to lay that with Baltimore. Would I? I don't know. Maybe that becomes a game that's so public that I just have to take Minnesota in $100 picks. But being like a 5.5 point favorite or 5 point plus dog at home.
Certainly feels like a letdown spot for the Vikings after a huge divisional win with the Lions. To me. And we have we've not seen consistent quarterback play from McCarthy, as in just being on the field consistently.
Mhm.
but consistently playing well. We just haven't really seen him string games together that much. So I would trust the Ravens much more than the Vikings for that reason.
Don't disagree with that. Next up, mid but still watchable. First up, the Chicago Bears hosting the New York Giants.
Bears at home. Got to remind myself how the Giants did this week.
Lost by 10 at
49ers,
home
yeah.
to the Niners.
Yeah. So let's go Bears and five and a half.
Wow. Okay. We tie again. We both said 5.5. However, it's Bears minus 3.5.
Wow.
And I mean, we obviously both feel like that's too low.
Is Scattaboo back this week and we don't know about it? No, I'm just kidding.
Because, yeah, with a fucking prosthetic. So, very odd. Don't know if that one will move, but
We are
yeah.
tying on everything. Do I have a single point yet?
Nope. I have 2 wins, you have 0, and we have 4 ties.
Man,
Ties are trying to take the lead on us. Ties are trying to beat Trevor Lawrence in 2022 to run us down. Next up, mid but still watchable still. Jags at Texans.
what's
We'll
the
see.
status of Stroud? Do we know?
I've heard nothing.
I'm guessing he's probably just in protocol and just waiting to see.
It looked bad. Could
Yeah.
he play next Sunday? I would not be shocked if he played, but I'd also not be shocked if he missed because that was pretty bad.
Yeah. I'm going to go. This is a tough one. Jags 1.5.
You got me. Barely, but you got me. So I said Jags 2.5. It's still Houston 1.5.
Okay. That was my other guess that I was thinking. So I'm glad that either way it would have worked out for me.
So you were tic tac zone. You just didn't know which side.
Yeah. I didn't really want to power rate. Well, I was going to power rate the Jags higher either way, which would have happened. I wasn't sure if I'd go the full 2.5 or not.
You were trying to see whose tic tac was more tic tac than the other's tic tac.
Essentially.
And for those that don't understand why we call it the tic tac zone, because the thing when you had a tic tac, it was 1.5 calories. That's why it's called the tic tac zone. So it's a little joke when the spread's 1.5. Honestly, the last year the tic tac zone was like a thing. This year it hasn't really been. It has not been a the tic tac zone has not lived in infamy like it did last year. Felt like we had a bunch more games in the tic tac zone last year.
Your memory is better than mine.
Only one game in the tic tac zone and only one game in the Sheen zone. The 2.5 pen jokes. So far tonight. Next up, mid was still watchable. I guess I'm not going to bump it up any higher than this, even though they won, but still worthy of my attention because this division has my heart. It is the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle. Arizona getting the win tonight in Dallas. Bah humbug, the Cowboys are reeling. Bah humbug.
And it's not just the eye test for me. They look better with Brissett at quarterback than Kyler, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oddly enough, the Kyler injury maybe was the best thing to happen for them because I thought Now, I know tonight was their first win since that loss to Tennessee, but I thought when the Tennessee loss happened that they were going to just like have a Bears post Hail Mary against the Commanders-esque collapse like last year. But they haven't had that. They came out, they were punchy against Indianapolis and almost won. They were punchy against Green Bay and almost won that one. And then they had the bye and then they won today. So Arizona, even though they were lost their last two games since the Titans loss until now, I thought that this was going to. I thought that they were like going to quit, but they have not quit at all. They are still fighting, and they got a long road back to being relevant. But like they've been very punchy under Brissett. I don't know how much that actually like. I don't know how long that lasts, but good on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. A huge opportunity for them this week, that's for sure. I mean, nothing would say, hey, don't forget about us, like pulling off an upset here. Don't think that happens, but I'm going to go Seattle 6.5.
Good job. After all of this, we are tied because you nailed it. I said 7.5. It is 6.5.
Is that the first one that either of us have actually gotten completely right? No, first one I've gotten.
I nailed the first one.
Everything else
right
has
on the
we've been
money.
close, but not on the dot.
Yeah, which is usually the case.
Yeah.
Next up, I love when I'm on FanDuel when we're doing guess the lines, and guess the lines usually last like a half hour, and it pops up and says reality check. You've been on for this long, and
You've
I'm
wagered $0 in 30 minutes.
It's like, I'm busy, okay? I'm hosting a world-famous game show, FanDuel, so get off my dick. Next up, Jurassic Park poop meme, everyone's favorite category. Until the category that will be released in a few games here, but this is right now the world's favorite category. The New Orleans Saints go on the road to take on the Carolina Panthers, who are 5-4, and good on Dave Canales.
You don't need to do it now. I want you to do your research before next week.
Mm-hmm.
I want to find out how many Saints games this year have been in the Jurassic Park poop meme. Out of 9 or 10, I want to know.
You know what? I can easily find that out. So just go through, think of your answer while I look.
Okay.
Because this won't take long.
All right. I'm going to go Panthers here. And it served me well before with 6.5. Do I do it again here? Saints just look like hot garbage. At least early this season, they were in games. They were kind of punchy. Just not really seeing that fight there anymore. I'm going to go Panthers. Do I make it more than a touchdown? That seems weird. The Panthers that were underdogs to a winless team earlier this year, all of a sudden getting a touchdown plus. That's
that post Packers pump, baby.
Yeah. I'm going to go with my gut. I'm going to stick with 6.5. How far off am I?
We tied because I also said 6.5.
Okay. All right. Is it 7.5?
I gotta look because I can't remember off the top of my head.
I will be a little sad if it's 7.5 would have won it for me.
It's 5.5.
Okay, good. Woo! Good call, Nick. Good call. 5.5. Jesus Christ. What have you seen out of the Saints that thinks they can keep this within 6?
It's the Carolina Panthers. Like, all right.
I gotta. While you're doing that, I gotta look at the Panthers. I gotta see who they've all. So obviously the Bills just whooped them.
Mm-hmm.
Barely got by the Jets. Barely beat the Cowboys. Barely beat the Dolphins. Got whooped by the Panthers.
Hey, the Dolphins and the Cowboys wins were impressive because the Dolphins win, they were down 17.
Oh, yeah.
And the Cowboys win was back and forth.
Yeah.
And they won at the gun. Here's what I'll say real quick while you're looking that up. The Saints are 1-8 on the season, and they are 1-9 now in the. They have been in the poop zone 9
9
times.
times.
They have been the Saints logo is becoming the large pile of shit in the Jurassic Park movie.
Fitting.
The only time that it was not was against the Jackson Dart, Cam Scattaboo, New York Giants. The only time the Saints have won this year. So the Saints are a perfect 1-0 outside of the poop zone. They are 0-8 when in the poop zone. So maybe I'm out here just shifting the fortune.
So yeah, this is easily their largest spread of the season. No doubt about that for the
Carolina.
Panthers.
I don't know if they've been favored this year yet.
Because they weren't, if they weren't against the Jets, there's no way they could have been favored anywhere else. Nope, Dolphins, they were favored.
They
I
were
do
like
remember
slight
that.
favorites against them, Miami.
Yeah,
right?
very slight. But they got the home bump, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I remember now. Because even we were like, "Well, that's how you know it's bad." But honestly, the Panthers, are they 5-4 good? No, they are more. They are a mid team with a mid record. But
Like when
they're
they
very
play
punchy.
when they play a really good team, they get blown out. When they play average to good teams, they can compete.
And
when
pull
they
off
play
the
bad
occasional
teams,
upset.
they outside of the Falcons, they let the bad teams hang around.
The games are very smelly. This game will be very smelly. Next up, Bills at Dolphins. Speaking of smelly, what's that smell? Oh boy.
Ewers.
You think there's a world he starts?
No, but I'm long off the Tua train.
There was the segment in the game. It was their second drive, third drive.
First
When
half
they-
of that game, I thought they actually played better than the Ravens. They just couldn't finish drives. Second half, they're just completely out to lunch.
The drive where they had 4th and 1 and McDaniel went for it. It was like their second or third drive. And they were slow to get to the huddle, like always. They were slow breaking the huddle, like always. It's literally a perfect drawn up play. It's a touchdown. It would have been a touchdown. He could have hit the flat route to Gordon, walk in. And A-Chain played, right? A-Chain played?
Yeah.
Or I think he would have had the wheel route to A-Chain, which would have been wide open. Neither works because it's a delay game. And they then missed the field goal. And I tweeted that sequence right there summed up the 2025 Dolphins in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Anywho, how many points do you have them as underdogs against the Buffalo Bills? Spoiler alert.
They competed with them too the first time on the road. But if I remember right, I don't know if in the Josh Allen era Miami has played against the Bills well twice in a year. Maybe 2022. I can't remember the year where they played the December game in Buffalo and it was close. Miami could have won.
Good game.
I want to say they got shit stomped the first game, but I can't remember.
The first game they won, it was that dumbass game where the Bills ran like 80 plays, but they only scored 14 points.
Oh, okay.
We won 17-14.
Okay.
And one of the Bills touched, or 17 to something, and one of the Bills' points was when our punter kicked it off of our up dude's ass.
Oh God, I forgot about that. I just with this team, I don't see any world where they play two close games with the Bills. So I'm gonna go Bills.
It's the Bills.
10.5.
Ooh, we are. You know what you and I are? In fucking lockstep. Which means if one of us maybe had a better week, I guess we would have blown the other one out because I said 10.5 too, and it's 9.5. So maybe we're not in lockstep. We're just equally amounts of shit.
Hey, we're within
We,
one.
you know what we are?
We are the Jurassic Park poop meme.
We are. So going into the last poop meme game, wink face. It is 2-2 to
Like 6 or 7, I feel like.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, 5.
Yeah. Next up, Detroit versus Washington. The Commanders' season is most likely, I mean, more than it's basically over. They are officially the DOA Commanders.
When I went to bed before that one got done last night. At what point in the game in the fourth? I'm assuming fourth quarter. And what was the score when Jaden got hurt?
It was 38-7 with like 6 minutes left. Oh, okay, but so everyone's blaming Dan Quinn. Why was he in the game? Well, fucking football players compete, and the drive started with like 12 minutes left in the quarter. And fucking like people just want to blame Quinn because they need somebody to be mad at that he got hurt.
Oh, I get that.
You know, I wasn't saying you were going to say that.
Yeah, no, I'm just, hey, that's why I was asking. I just know the optics. Well, the
It's
optics
like
were really bad. That
every
was really...
I've seen, like, I saw a couple players, like former players today, that were like, guys, no. But there were also a bunch of other people who actually played that were like, Dan Quinn's the fucking, like, God, come on, man. Fucking stop.
Yeah. He can't catch a break this year. It's his third injury, right?
Yeah.
Third different one? Or was his second injury just the first one again?
Third, no.
3 different injuries?
Yeah, sprained knee, then the hammy, and then the broken arm, and it was bad. It was.
Yeah. Did they confirm what it was today?
They only said dislocated elbow, but if I had to guess that something broke too, I wouldn't be.
Yeah,
Did you see? Did you see it?
I saw I started to watch the video, but I looked away. I don't really like to watch those too closely.
Basically,
I could tell that it was not going the correct direction when he hit the ground.
It got caught, and it didn't snap. It was like kind of
terrible hyperextension.
No,
like the opposite way.
No, because it was like this, but it like spun. So it was like the Tyreek knee injury, but with his arm.
Yeah. Ugh.
Because like basically Tyreek's lower leg just fucking went.
Yeah.
Like the sound effect.
Yeah. Like his arm here just like from here up just kind of spun the other way.
Oof.
It didn't snap. If like you told me a part of his upper arm got fractured, I wouldn't be shocked, but yeah.
Yikes. Poor guy. Of course, the one year that I draft a quarterback higher than I usually like to in that league.
At least it wasn't his throwing
like that,
arm.
You know? Yeah, that's what I thought. Put him out there. Just let him play.
Yeah. And at least like it wasn't his knee getting shattered.
I was going to say, if you are an NFL quarterback and you have to sacrifice a limb, your non-throwing arm is the one you will pick.
But hopefully for him, like this kind of helps him just reset. It was a bad year for them. He had kind of started to regress a bit. Like he was becoming turnover prone. He played really bad last night. Like he wasn't going through any progressions at all. He tried to be hero ball. Like he was just sitting the back foot and taking off. Like it was a bad game for him. And usually he's got way more composure than that. So I don't know, man. Hopefully for him, he just can kind of get healthy and this time off with the injury and heal up and be ready to go next year and kind of have his mind cleared because it's been a weird year for them. And I mean, listen, I'm not going to gloat right now because like, I mean, I had a feeling this was coming. I just didn't want him to get hurt. Like some people were predicting that he was injury prone and I was like, maybe a little, but I didn't think the last thing you want to see is dudes getting hurt like that. So that sucked, but it's very unfortunate that that's how it ended for them. But, you know, he's got time now to. It's not his knee exploding into pieces. It's his non-throwing arm. So there's way worse injuries that he could have got. It's not a good one, but it's still way
No,
worse. So
for sure.
Lions on the road at Commanders. Big Lions need to bounce back. We haven't had a Lions like I'm gonna put your face in a pile of ash, like turn you into a pile of ash.
Pile of ass. I thought pile of ass. I think
No,
yeah, that's where what I thought you were saying, or you
I was
started
trying to
say,
like
I lost it.
I was trying to like multi-phrase something, and it just didn't come out, and it just
Yeah, no, that's funny. Pile of ass. That some may enjoy that.
yeah. I mean, wait, there's worse. Mike, there's worse Sundays than a pile of ass, Mike.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean that Bears game, that's the last time they really whooped up on someone. I think we might see one of those this week. So I'm going to go Lions on the road. I think this will be bigger than that Bills one. I'm going to go 11.5.
I can't even remember where the fuck is it. There it is. Oh, I nailed this. It's 8.5.
Damn.
So
I
you
like
would lay that shit.
So I guess right now my parlay for the week is Lions minus 8.5 and Raiders plus
9.5.
9.5. That's where I'm at right now.
There we go. Next up, it's the game so bad that Nick forced me to put it in its own category. It is the depths of hell.
It would be better if the Jets didn't win last week, though.
It would make it a little more fun. It is it is the depths of hell. That is the name of the category. The depths of hell. Cleveland Browns at the Browns at Jets.
I saw somebody tweet, this game needs to get flexed to ESPN on YouTube TV next week.
That's fucking good. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Wow.
Can Vegas just put like -0 for a spread on a game?
Yeah, pick them, but for all the wrong reasons. Oh man.
Jets have all that momentum. You know, I gotta go with the Jets here at home. I'm gonna go Jets minus 2.5.
I said 1.5, and it is 1.5.
That was my first thought. I didn't pick it.
The old tic-tac zone in the depths of hell.
I thought, okay, the Panthers are okay, and they were an underdog. So the Jets can be a 2.5 point favorite at home, right? From when they played them.
Right?
Guess I was wrong. You're pulling away now. Pulling away now. I got 2 chances to tie you up.
That was a good one. You're a whiz kid, brother.
I need to be.
You silly goose, you. You're such a. Oh my God, Saints Dolphins. That could be a nightmare game in a few weeks.
Jesus, when is that?
Week 13. I was just looking like, are there any other like
Thanksgiving weekend?
Separate categories? You bet your bottom dollar it is.
Oh jeez.
Browns Titans week 14. Oh my God.
Oh man.
I have a month to come up with a category. I might not even put it on the page. I might have to put it on a different page. I might have to put it in a different notebook.
Dolphins are going to be like a 5.5 point favorite somehow against the Saints.
Could be. The Saints are terrible. The Tyler Shucky Ducky. Next up, Sunday Night Football. Interesting matchup.
Is his name really Shuck?
Yeah. It's Shuck. You think I'm lying, don't you?
Has he earned the nickname Tyler Suck yet?
I don't think you can get away with it because his name is spelled so weird.
So spell it Soughk. Just put a Or put a second S at the beginning so you know it's a S sound instead of a sh or something.
Oh my god, you're fucking
Oh,
crazy.
he'll earn it in no time if he.
He
I
already-
honestly, I haven't watched a down of Saints football since he started. I could not tell you one throw he made.
So one game. Otherwise, you were locked in on every play.
Yes, because I guess did they have a bye last week?
No, they haven't had a bye yet.
Okay, so it's only been one game that he started, and that was this week.
Yeah, he came in at the end of the Bucks game last week.
Okay, I was thinking he had 2 starts under his belt.
Yesterday.
So yesterday was his first start.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Nightmare fuel.
Okay. I was thinking he had one more.
Fucking hell. Shout out to that guy. Tyler suck. His name is like spelled. His name is spelled like dough, but with an S. Dough, but with a sh. That's what his name is spelled like.
So is
Or
it
like-
SH at the beginning?
Yeah, it's SHOUGH. That's
Yeah,
how
just
you
drop
say
the H, man.
it. Yeah, but then it would be song. His name's like
Doesn't matter. That's why it makes it. That's what makes it funny because it doesn't look like suck, but it's going to sound like suck because
Because
shuck
there's no SH. Sug. Sug. Yeah, you're right.
just
fucking
drop the H,
dork.
man.
Get the H out of there. Next
All the
up,
cool kids will say saug.
yeah. I mean, I remember the first time I ever saw him play college football, like 9 fucking years ago, and I was like, "Shug, Shaug, Show, Sog, what the fuck's his name?" They're like Tyler Shuck.
You
I'm
pooped
like-
in the refrigerator. You ate a whole wheel of cheese.
I'm just sitting here thinking, like, one of these things does not belong here. Like, there's too many consonants, coach. Make a substitution.
His ancestors asked, "Can I buy a vowel?" And Pat Sajak said, "Fuck no."
Fuck no, you can't buy a vowel. Hell no.
Even though there are 2 of them, but they don't sound like it.
Hell no, we won't go. The vowels are not here, not in this house. Sunday night, Steelers Chargers. Fascinating game.
2 get right games for both yesterday. They got some
They
much
did.
needed wins. Although the Chargers did not, they did not inspire confidence.
Not when you give up. Not when you give up 20 points to the worst team in the league without allowing an offensive touchdown.
At least the defense felt good, and the offense felt good.
Well,
No, I guess you're right. Yeah, well, the defense, they were happy with their performance. Nobody else was. I'm gonna go Chargers, and I gotta see 5-3 versus 6-3. I'm gonna go Chargers 2.5. Lock it in.
locking those lyrics.
Locking it in.
I also said 2.5, and it is a wholesome round 3.
Oh, okay. Well, then
All
I
right.
wouldn't have been led astray if I would have gone 3.5. That was my other thought.
Led astray, bamboozled. I mean, we still would have. No, we wouldn't have tied. Yeah, we would have tied still.
Yeah. But that locks you in for the week.
Bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Hopefully I can get back within
All right.
1 here on this next one.
Eagles at Packers. What a Monday night game. What a Monday night game.
This one
And the-
doesn't soug.
It does. This one does not. This one does not shuck.
I mean, it might, but well, when the Packers are playing a good team, so they're going to be fine.
Yeah, they're gonna win like 37-12 or some shit. Next up, next up. I already said it. Eagles at Packers in Lambeau.
Give me Packers 1.5.
You dirty fucking dog, you. Good job. I don't think you got it right on the money, but it's close. It could be 1.5. It's either 1.5 or 2.5, but you got it because I'm on the wrong side. It is
You said
2.5. I said Eagles 1.5.
Okay.
You said yeah, so you got that one. I'm gonna have to strongly talk myself out of taking the Eagles. We'll see. Jalen Hurts on the road. Maybe they're due for another loss. I don't fucking know. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to 1, 2, 3 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. Holy shit. Fucking the ties won this week. Shout out to all the ties out there. It's 4 to 4 to 2, baby. So I'm at 55, 41. You're at 53. Okay. We are just out here living large, brother.
We got her done.
Yeah, we did. So, yeah, fun week next week on the docket. I don't know. I think that should be fun. Anywho, before we get out of here, do you want to say any parsing prayers and thoughts to our good soldier Dennis Hamlin the 12th?
Do you know what his first name actually is?
I do not.
Let me confirm it. I think I'm right, but let me look.
Am I gonna
Yes.
poop my panties?
Maybe. Who name 5 really good running backs this year?
This
No,
year?
actually name 3 running backs this year without naming, or name 3 good running backs. 3 of the best without naming who are clearly the best. And let me see if you can get the
Denny
name I'm looking
Hamlin's
for here.
first name. God damn it, you're feeling yourself. Okay.
I just want to put you to the test.
Huh?
I just want to put you to the test.
Okay. Now, is this fantasy or just in general?
I don't have rankings in front of me, so probably just general.
Okay. In your mind. Okay. Oh God, I don't know if you would consider James Cook as just the best, so I'm gonna say James Cook.
Okay, that was easy. We'll just that's the guy I was gonna have you come up with.
Yeah.
Because I thought McCaffrey and Bijan and Jameer, like these are good, and Jonathan Taylor, these are gonna be the flashy guys. I didn't.
Yeah.
The fact that whether or not you were gonna get to James Cook when I wanted you to, yeah, that's the guy. That's the guy right there.
So Denny's name is James.
His name is James Dennis Allen Hamlin.
Shout out to James Hamlin.
Jimmy he missed an opportunity there.
Jimmy Hamlin.
He'd be a champion if he went by Jimmy.
Jim Hamlin should be a NASCAR champion. Oh, I felt so bad for him, bro.
I've never been a Denny Hamlin. Well, I take that back. When he was a rookie, I kind of liked him. I got a Denny Hamlin shirt, and I got a Denny Hamlin diecast. I was already locked in as a McMurray fan, but I was like, you know what? This rookie, I like this rookie. He's going to be like my second guy. I didn't last as a Denny Hamlin fan very long.
What drew you away from him?
Honestly, don't know. I think I just became more locked into just one driver and not a second driver anywhere in the mix. I think that's mainly what it was. But until like this playoffs, something changed. I'm like, you know what? I want to see Denny win this championship. But I want to see him win it. He deserves it. He's deserved one. He's deserved to have maybe a couple. Certainly drove a good enough race yesterday to deserve to win the championship given the format. And then to have the caution come out, and hindsight's 2020 obviously on the pit call. I think the frustrating thing for them, Larson was already done with his pit stop before Hamlin even got to his pit box. So I don't know if they dropped the ball on knowing what, or, going into that pit stop thinking, all right, somebody let us know what Kyle does. So if we need to adjust on the fly and say, just take 2 tires instead of 4, we can. But that never happened. In fact, I think, well, at that point, Briscoe was still in the pits. It was clear that he was taking 4 and Larson took 2. And this was well before Hamlin ever got to his pit box. So he obviously could have still won the championship. I think if he took 2 tires, he would have come out ahead of Larson and would have probably been just fine.
Yeah, you would think you would think that if Hamlin would have been on 2 tires and would have been in that vicinity,
yeah,
he would have been able to.
Yeah, but he was so fast yesterday. He built 2 to 3 second leads every time he got the lead, and to have it ripped away in the fashion that it was, it would have been one thing if Larson passed him and won the race, or Byron passed him and won the race, or Chase Briscoe passed him and won the race. But to have a 3 second lead and then a pit stop and pit strategy be what costs you a championship. And then, oh, by the way, the guy that ended up did win, didn't lead a single lap all day, hasn't won a race since May, clearly didn't win a playoff race. So people talk about, oh, I love this format. It makes drivers have to rise to the occasion when the lights are brightest. Winning is so important. He didn't win a single race in the playoffs, and he's your champion. Didn't lead a single lap in the championship race. So I don't understand how you can say. All I can say is I am glad that this format is likely on its way out. Whatever they come up with will be better. There are options out there that I like others way better than some others. I hope they do the right thing and get as close to a full season format as possible. I doubt they do. I would imagine we'll probably get like a 10 race chase type deal, but I will hold out hope. It's NASCAR. Playoffs of any kind, artificial points resets, none of that works in NASCAR. Playoffs work in other sports because it's 1 versus 1. When you lose, you're done, and you don't get to keep racing. You don't get to win races when the championship's on the line with other guys. Like, if NASCAR wanted to do this playoff format, the only way to truly make it legitimate is the playoff guys are the only guys on the track. That is the only way where a bracket in NASCAR truly can work.
Mm-hmm. I see what you're saying in that aspect, yeah.
Because while Byron was a playoff guy, he was in the championship hunt. Hamlin lost the championship because somebody else blew a tire and caution came out. Whereas Hamlin, he did everything he needed to do to win that race, and he didn't get to win the race. Other times it's, guys that aren't in the playoffs that are bringing out cautions and things like that. So it's kind of unique that it was Byron, but you rack them up side by side for the restart, and it's a different animal. You get all these other guys taking 2 tires or 4 tires, and you're in between the championship guys. It's like, it just doesn't work that way. And the other reason why playoffs don't work is because you can always look at the last format and you can always extrapolate. So nobody is ever content, because you can always say, well, so-and-so would have scored the most points this year because they're all on the track. Other sports, when you're eliminated, you're done. The Braves weren't impacting the World Series this week. They weren't out there playing extra outfielders. They didn't have they didn't have Matt Olson in the batting lineup just for the hell of it for Toronto. Those teams are done. Playoffs work in a 1-versus-1 sport because when you're done, you're done. You lose or you win. In NASCAR, you win or you get second, third, fourth, all the way to 40th. Kyle Larson, he didn't win yesterday, yet he won the championship. But it doesn't work that way. So I want to go back to a full season format. The biggest sample size possible will be the best for me. A one race winner take all has never been the format for me. I've hated it since the beginning. I've hated it ever since. I still hate it more today.
Here's also my question.
Thank God it's likely gone, and I just hope they don't do something almost equally as silly or whatever they could decide to do.
Remember, you know how they have stage points, right?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't Hamlin yesterday technically get more points in the day than Larson?
He did. That's the other thing too. I hate that for 35 races, everybody's acquiring stage points. Yet here in the championship race, we're getting stage cautions, but the final 4 guys aren't getting stage points. I would somebody on Twitter, and I agree with them. Stage points should count in the championship race. And
in the case of what we had happen yesterday happened.
Yeah, and if you win the race, then
it oversets everything.
That offsets your points because that's how we've treated wins all season long. If you win the race, it moves you on to the next round.
Because if we're doing regular points through the regular seasonal points, there's no way Hamlin doesn't win the title yesterday, right?
Repeat that. What do you mean?
Okay, so
you mean if stage points were in play?
Exactly. There's no way Hamlin didn't get more than. There's no way Hamlin didn't get. I mean, what he finished 6th or 7th.
So he would have earned 20 stage points plus roughly 30, so probably a 50-point day. And Larson probably scored 34, 35. I don't think I can't remember if he got stage points or not throughout the day, depending on when his troubles were. So he might have gotten 40 to 45 tops. 40 tops. And he didn't win the race. Didn't lead a single lap. So I just that was not, given the format we have, that was not a championship caliber day. At no point during the race yesterday was he the highest running championship 4 car until the final restart. And I hate NASCAR's obsession with points resets. Literally everything NASCAR does is about taking the leader's advantage away. Point resets neuters the leader's advantage in the points. Stage cautions neuters the race leader's advantage. Gets a restart, everybody back on his tail. Green, white checker. You could have a 3-second lead 2 laps away from your first championship. Your lead is gone, and now everybody pits. It's all about just giving the optics of, wow, everybody's so close and it's so unpredictable. But there are drivers that are just heads and shoulder better than others on certain days, and they get nothing to show for it.
Yeah, it's a shame, man. He deserved better.
He did. Like I said, it would not have stung so bad if Larson just was fast and passed him, and even if it was for second and they didn't win the race, that's one thing. But I mean, a good analogy would be like somebody's got a 30-7 lead in the 4th quarter of a Super Bowl. 2-minute warning comes around. We're going to give them 23 more points. Oh, going to overtime. Next score wins.
And then they win the coin toss.
You win on a field goal.
Yeah, like that. Like that's the thing, man. Like The good. It was good that Heim won. Zilich losing sucks and is dumb, but at least in the small victory, like Love just beat him. But still it's bad.
Yep.
It's still a nightmare. However, if you take Saturday's outcome and that's the same type of outcome for yesterday, it's okay because we even talked about how all four guys were basically even. Whoever wins it wins it. It sucks because, as we've stated multiple times, Hamlin literally dominated. It was his race all day, and then it all goes up in shit.
Yeah.
And then,
So-
boom, doesn't win the title because of it.
All I hope is NASCAR uses this to make it better. And make it a lot better, not just a little better, would be my goal.
Yeah, and I like Larson too, but man, it would have been so cool. It would have been so cool if Denny won, man.
Yeah. And if Larson would have been the dominant car in the day, won the race, cool, he earned it.
Uh-huh.
But with everything going for Hamlin, dad, career, lacking a trophy, to have the dominant car, nothing Denny Hamlin did yesterday cost him the championship.
Uh-uh.
You could argue his crew chief. Hindsight says take 2 tires. But it's so stupid that somebody taking 2 tires when they're having a bad day can be a championship winning move.
Uh-huh.
That's just such a joke.
Yeah, it sucks. It is very unfortunate.
And oh, by the way, Blaney won the race.
I know.
Past Keselowski in the final corner, who really shit the bed in the final corner, could have won the race.
Yeah, what a good way to end the season for him, but he died. That was so weird.
Yeah.
It's like he had a parachute come out the back of his car coming out of 4.
Yeah, he said something like he was expecting the 12 and the 5 to make contact, so he tried to move up and give him room, but it just looks like he overdrove the corner terribly.
Yeah, it looks like he sailed the car out of 4 basically, and slid up terribly bad. So that was weird. But oh well. Anywho, that's gonna do it for us. We did good, my friend. I'm proud of us. And my 5-hour podcast shift has come to a close.
And we'll do it again next week.
We will.
And hopefully on Sunday, I think. Should be good.
And then hopefully I want you to do the show in 2 weeks from a hospital bed, hella doped up. That's what
It
I want.
should be a fairly minimally invasive procedure by the sounds of it, so I'm not expecting a long recovery time.
Okay,
So
fine.
I'll be 4 or 5 days out after my
Okay, fine.
Wednesday
I want
gallbladder
you-
surgery, but we'll see. Maybe it's not a smooth recovery. We'll see.
2 weeks 2 weeks from yesterday on the show, hopped up on whatever, like, dude, you want to see the poop meme, brother? Type shit. That's what I want to see. I want to see if I can beat you I want to see if you can beat me and guess the lines hopped up on whatever.
Dolphins against the Bills. Dolphins minus 11.5, bro.
The Dolphins can swim and the Bills cannot. So Dolphins plus water minus 7.5.
Dollar. Give me them dollar bills.
Exactly. Yep.
Hey,
So-
the only other time in my life that I've been under
Mhm,
anesthesia was when I got my wisdom teeth out when I was 17.
mhm.
And the only thing I remember after the fact is I told the nurse or whoever it was that I wanted to do that again.
Yeah. Let's
That's-
go again,
That's
Bob.
my only memory of it.
I
So I
remember
must have had a good time.
I've been under twice. I did not have all 4 done at once. I had them done separately.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so the first time was really bad. So they gave me like the dosage and then a bunch more because my mouth was screwed up because the wisdom tooth was impacted, so it came out in like little bits and pieces and was infected. So I was really fucked up. Like I remember I didn't say anything crazy, but I was like up and at him, and then I got up out of the chair and I told my dad, and everyone was like, "Yeah, guys, I can walk on my own." And I stood up, and then I like almost fell like against the wall. Everyone was like, "God, hold on, bud."
Nice.
So, well, all right, good job by you, buddy.
We'll talk in a week.
All right, that'll do it. This has been the Educated Ignorance Podcast. If you ain't got your game, you best pass the sticks. We will see you in 6 days. Go, may your wins be fun or whatever.